Hi, I'm Real Jack Demon, and this is What's on the Tape, Season 4, Volume 3. Now, I've actually gone for a triple deck approach here today because I'm not sure how many of these games are actually going to work, so I thought it was worth a try. So we have, obviously, a Mighty Boots tape, as usual, and in there we have a possible... nothing on that side. Well, that's not always the case because we found last week we had Grisor on there. Somebody attempted to get an 8-minute game on a 7.5-minute tape. That was amazing. And we've got badly spelt or wrongly spelt Attic Attack. Now that's a classic. That's an ultimate plays the game. Just a brilliant game. Apart from the keyboard layout, which is all in a straight line. But we'll get to that if we get to this game. So we've got Attic Attack on there possibly, and then we've got just in case because we're tripling up this time rather than doubling up. We have, with no particular thing to go with it, this is really interesting as well, actually, because this is Curry's. Big names here from the high street years ago. Curry's C15. Now, it says nothing on here. I'm not even sure it's right, actually, to be fair. It says tape 43. That says tape 74, so this could be completely wrong. It does say Bomb Jack 2 hack. And I'm blank, so I don't know whether or not that's actually in there. So that's another interesting one we've got there. Just to put that on side. And then we've got this one, which is a really big tape, but I don't think there's a lot on it. It just says, this is a Memorex one. I just like the bright colours of it. That's really 80s if you ask me. These bright pinks and whatever else. It's mind you, it's making a real comeback nowadays. It's got Whizzle near end. This could be interesting. This could be a big tape. And we've got, it's either Babman or Batman. I think it's Batman. Do you think it's Batman? I think it's Batman. So we've got that. And just in case all of these tapes, these big aisle of tapes, don't work, I found this. This is Enigma tape magazine. Now, this is a photocopied cover. I didn't get these up north where I live. I never saw any of these. These seem to be one of these things where if you were living in a big enough city, you could get these things. But it's got hide and screech. Yeah, whatever. And then a full price and Zombie game for free. So yeah, I'm quite interested to see what this is. 8Z80 music, coupe ear music from Ocean Software. Yeah, issue 7. It's an odd one. It's not one I found it, not one I've seen before in my collection. Very large tape, look. Enigma 7. Enigma tape magazine. It makes me feel like it's quite rare and uncommon, to be honest, with the way that it looks. So we might actually have some music on there. So that's quite interesting. That's obviously been handwritten on there. I don't want to rub it too much because it's going to come off. But yeah, that's quite cool. I quite like the look of that one. I don't know whether whether or not it's. I don't think it's a copy. Could be. Somebody tell me in the comments below. You always do. You're always great about that kind of stuff. So you do that. Right. So first off, I think we're going to start with this one because it's so 80s, it's just unbelievable. So we're going to start with that one. So without further ado, I'll stick that into the tape drive and we'll give that a play. This could be a long video. Please make sure you've got something to drink or at least a snack as well. You know, half time we get ice creams. I'm going all speedball on you. Ice cream. Anyway, I'll see you in a second. Right, tape in the drive, and we are ready to go. So this is the Memorex one, the one that look really 80s, you know, with the bright green and the pink on it, and the sort of triangles and squares, because that's like, well, yeah, that was the thing. Anyway, so we have Batman here first. We're going to go with Load Dit Dit, because we can't beat old Load Dit Dit, old Load Speech Mark, because that's the way to do it. And we're going to give this Memorex a go. This could be a short tape, it could be a long tape. I don't know, I don't remember who I got this one from. Some of them I got from people who you could logically tell the one side of the tape was definitely going to be blank. There was no other way to it. It was just going to be blank. It was the way that they kind of recorded things. So here we go. That looks nice. Batman. I wonder which Batman though. There's lots of Batmans. Did they have different versions when they loaded? I can't remember. There was the ones by I think they were all by Ocean. But there was the Batman the movie,
There was Batman that was like the 3D isometric one, which everybody really raves about. I never really got a chance to play that one. Definitely have it on a hit squad though somewhere. But there's that Batman, and then there is the other ones, the Batman Joker sort of comic book style ones. I'm not sure whether we can tell. That's not a good start. Not a good start. I don't even think there's any more sound, actually. I'm just going to get the other tape recorder for a second, because I've got that handy. I'm just going to listen. That sounded like it just ended. But we don't know. Let's find out. That just ended there. Did not like that. No, it definitely didn't just end there, because there was a huge, large noise. Right, I'm going to go back, and we're going to try loading it with a loader, in case it's a 128k game. It's possible. I don't think it said anything inside the cassette tape about that. No, there's nothing written on it at all. Number 21 of 121. No idea. Let's just rewind that. Let's give this another go. We'll give the Specky an old reset. Let's give it a reset. Reset the Specky. Okay, we'll go with the loader, because this might be the 128k version, which possibly is the reason why it failed there. Possibly. Maybe just an old tape, really, because it was lovely loading there. It looked really nice. So, Batman. For those of you who don't know, the detective, the Dark Knight detective. I always think that's quite interesting that the movies portray him as kind of an all-action hero. That wasn't a good start, though, was it? Stop taking any notice of what was there. Was portray him as an all-action hero, yet in the comic books he's often portrayed as the detective that he originally came from, he was spawned from. In fact, all you Batman fans, sit down, take a seat. The very first Batman comic, I think it wasn't an Action Comics, was it? It was something else. That's not a very good start. Let's just try that again. Not happy with that. We were going well there, and then we've done that. We were alright a moment ago. Come on, you're going to do it this time. Didn't like it when I took the tape out. It was alright when the tape was in, but the tape came out and all of a sudden we're no longer friends. That's weird. So hit the reset button. We'll give that a good few seconds this time round. There we go, to the point where it gets no signal on the screen. Right, okay, let's give that loader a go. Now let's try that again. I'll give that one a try. That's so weird. A few seconds ago that was working. Now we're getting nothing. Let's try it at the 48k version again, just for the hell of it. We'll see whether or not that actually works. So we'll do a reset again. We'll give it a bit of a low dit. Not a good start, actually. That it was a good start when it first was loading, but now it's not a good start because it's not doing anything. We'll give it another go with the 48k. I'd say, I don't know which Batman it is. Anyway, brace yourselves, Batman fans. Here's the thing. Batman, the original first comic, is word for word a copy of another comic called The Shadow, which has been brought back recently and brought back to life. The Shadow was a detective of sorts, and as I say, word for word, literally Batman copied every single line. They just changed the pictures that went with it. So Batman's first comic, totally copied. He came from somebody else. The Shadow is where he came from, if you're ever interested. And he, as I say, he has recently been resurrected by one of my preferred writers or favourite writers amongst the. I don't have like a top 10. And it's like games. I find it really hard to give. Somebody said top 10 games. What game can you not live without? None of them. I can't live without any of them. I would want any game you like. Along the way. I'm not very happy about this. We've got a bad scenario here. That's a very bad start, and I'm not spending too much longer on it. Let's have a little look and see if I can find it on my Hit Squad games, and I'll see if we can get that to load. And it's another one that I haven't tried, but we'll give it a try. Hang on a second. Right, just looking across the room. Hang on, I've got one. I found it. Got it. Right, what have I got? Mine's got $2.99. Batman. DC Comics 1964. It's not good. It's half rewound. Which side would it be? Yeah, well, let's rewind one of these sides and see if it'll load. So we got Batman. This is Batman the movie. This is based on. This is around the time of the Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson Joker, effectively origin story Batman. Which, to be fair, at the time it was a bit like when Ben Affleck took over, except for the fact that there wasn't the internet in the same sort of way then. And when Michael Keaton took over, nobody thought that a comedian could play the role of the more serious Bruce Wayne actor, Batman type character. But he did all right, actually. He didn't do badly. I quite like the Michael Keaton version of it because, of course, he was renowned at that time for being a stand-up comic and a comic in many movies. Let's see if this works. There, Batman. That's good. Anyway, right. So yeah, he was renowned more for those than he was for anything else. But the difference was when Ben Affleck took over, the internet kind of existed as was. I know it was around before that, but it wasn't in the same sort of way. There's no wwws and forums everywhere, so the place just lit up when Batflick took over. I have to admit, I still think that was a bad decision. I'm not a fan of Ben Affleck as Batman. I don't know. He doesn't do it for me. I much prefer Keaton over that, if I'm honest. Just the nature of the beast. But it's always hard. People have different versions of Batman that they prefer in their head. I mean, if you watch the various versions of the Batmans we went through, we had Christian Bale. Now, Christian did I think he did quite a good job of it. He certainly, I mean, it was the one Batman movie that's ever, or one comic book movie that's ever won an Oscar. If we go to the was it the Dark? Was it called The Dark Knight? I can't remember. It was the second movie. Yeah, I'm sure it was The Dark Knight. That won an Oscar for Heath Ledger as the Joker, and to be fair, he did a superb job as that one. They were very dark Batmans. But if you go a little bit further back still. You have the Val Kilmer one, the George Clooney as Batman. Oh dear God, that was oh dear. I watched these recently again. I actually bought the Blu-ray version of all of these movies because I think I'm a glutton for punishment, really. Oh, but that one was bad, wasn't it? It really was. Yeah. That's blanked out from our minds. It was horrible, wasn't it? It really was. If you had to sit through that one, it was not a good Batman. It was not a good Batman. I'm just wondering now what's going on. We've got a little pause. Hang on. Oh. That's alright, just there was a long pause there all of a sudden. I was confused. Very confused for a second there. So we got Batman. This is the movie version, as I say. That's Michael Keaton there in the front. Actually, it's quite a nice representation of him with his, well, certainly his jawline anyway. Can't see much else. This is where you kind of have to chase the Joker through various bits of the level. It's kind of a platformer with a sort of, I don't know, kind of a batarang thing that allows you to get up and down the levels. Batman of note. You've got a few quite good sort of Batman things. I always like them when they're different, though. They're one of my favourite Batman when they were different, and it wasn't actually a Batman comic. It was Red Sun. Where he was sort of the people's, I don't know, champion as such, taking on the evil Batman, the evil Superman. It was quite good, that one. Actually, quite enjoyed that one. It was quite a good comic. But yeah, Batman. I think was one of my childhood go-to comics. That's for certain. And that and 2000 AD and Judge Dredd and Rogue Trooper. I like Rogue Trooper. I'm a big fan of Rogue Trooper. I just there was funny thing was I hadn't read it in years, and I recently picked up they've been doing like whole volumes of them. You know, putting them all together from 2000 AD, bringing them together into one gigantic sort of comic strip as such. And I do you know what? I remembered almost every single frame by frame part of it. And the one that particularly stood up for me was where Rogue finally got defeated by a poison on the planet. Because as a trooper, if you don't know the story, Rogue Trooper is a genetically modified soldier that can, and basically it's corporation wars, mining wars over planets, and as a result the places are toxified and radioactive, and as a genetically modified soldier he is immune to these things. And it's one of the key factors is his skin is blue, and when you die, your colleagues' consciousness is transported into chips that are held, I think, in their necks, actually, or is it on their jackets? Well, one or two. Somebody will correct me. But these chips he's got in weapons, so his three best friends are all, gunny for the gun, and backpack for the, I can't remember the name of the backpack one, but anyway, and there's one with a helmet as well, and things like that, so they kind of talk to him, it kind of stops him going for stir crazy, I guess, as the last trooper, as his squad was done. But yeah, this particular, sort of, he's, by the way, he's out for vengeance. Oh no, don't do that! It's just stopped. We'll let it run for a second. But anyway, he's out for vengeance. But one of the particular episodes is he's wandering around this planet, and all of a sudden he comes across this teeny little flower that's going there, and being, even though he's a battle-hardened, genetically modified soldier, he sees the flower and he goes, "Oh, that's kind of cute. I'll stick it in my helmet." Sticks it in his helmet, paralyzes him. Class. It's really good. I mean, it's. I remember that one particularly well because it's kind of it's the break from the war for me. The whole thing's mostly war, death, things explode, and people's head blown off, and all this kind of stuff. And his everlasting sort of Yes, this has stopped working. Let's turn this off and we'll see if try the other side of the tape. But this is not going very well, chaps and chapesses. So it was that everlasting sort of break from the war, and I think that maybe tells you more about me than it does about Rogue Trooper. But I just thought it was a really interesting episode, and the whole time, obviously, he's being tracked by other people who are trying to hurt him, and it's just really good. I quite enjoyed it. It was very sad, isn't it? But I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed Rogue Trooper. Right, I'm rewinding this tape now. It's massive tape. Right, one more go, and then gents, and ladies, we are bypassing this one. We are going on because we haven't got all day. Otherwise, we'll be here all day. That was a bit of a disaster, wasn't it? One more try. Going with the 128K version here this time round. We'll see whether or not that works. To be fair, I didn't check. I'll check the instructions whether it says I have to load it in 48K mode. If you have the 128K, follow the loading instructions on screen. That's levels. That's levels on the second side. I can tell by the way that loaded there. There was no loading. So yeah, we have the first failure of the fourth season. Batman has failed to load. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to be seeing it. So 13 minutes of your life has been completely wasted at this point. Sorry about that. Right, let's see what's on this tape. Let's fast forward it a bit more past it, and we'll see whether or not we can find it. I think if it is Batman, then it's going to be massive on this tape. I'm fast forwarding the tape as we've got the previous the nice Memorex with the pink and the green on it. I started as a kid as a 2000 AD reader and a DC, but my DC stuff was kind of Batman and Superman. Those were the kind of staples of that. That's where it started. And I dabbled with a bit more DC and more sort of independent style stuff, the Vertigo things later, comic book wise. And then I moved on to a little bit later. I'm listening for sound here. Aha. That's level. This could all be levels on this side, I'm afraid, after the Batman. Yeah, dabbled with a little bit of that. Then I returned to with a sort of a vengeance to Marvel. And over the recent years, I think you go round in circles. It depends on the stories. And I think that I got overly saturated with movies, so I stopped reading Marvel comics and moved back to DC, because I hate to say it, their movies aren't quite as good, so I could still enjoy the comic books. So I kind of went back to DC, and then I've very much returned to some of my favourite type of things, which are mostly the independent comics, Image comics, independents as long as they go, independently written, independently supported. Milner World, which has been bought by somebody, hasn't it? Who was bought Milner Worlds? They're the people who did Kingsman and things like that. They've bought that. It's Mark Milner. He's a bit of an expert at writing quite good yarns as such. So I think these are definitely Batman levels, I'm afraid. Yeah, I think this whole side of this tape is Batman levels. It's weird. Massive tape. Mind you, to be fair, the Batman I have on that cassette there, the other one, that's huge. I mean, that's about half the size of this tape on one side. So I'm going to assume that all the levels for this are on this one side of the 60-minute. That's a big old tape. That's a really big tape. Let's carry on. Okay, we've got some silence. Fingers crossed. Your fingers crossed. I'm watching, you know. No, I'm not watching. No, it doesn't sound good. There's nothing there. I think. Do you know so much? Somebody's copied the whole thing on one level. What a pain that would have been. On one tape, side of the tape. I'm going for a bit more fast forwarding now. No, there's nothing else on that side. I'm going to swap it over, and we're going to see what Whizzle near the end. What's Whizzle near the end? Oh, there's data all the way over here. And this is me not rewinding the tape, by the way. Near the end. Whizzle near the end. I'm wondering whether or not this is somebody still trying to do Batman on one side. I'm gonna fast forward through there. Right. So this could be Whizzle near the end. Whoa. Aha! Bites D. Ooh, right, okay, let's go back. Bites S. Okay. I'm okay. I'm intrigued now. We're gonna go back a bit further. Whizzle. Never heard of Whizzle. Mix up. This is interesting. What's this? Let's go a bit further back. Whizzle near the end. God, listen to me rewinding this. Never heard of Whizzle. It just sounds... Maybe it's Whizzball or something like that. I don't know. But Whizzle is what I've got here. Okay, I can hear you. Alright. Rewind right back to the beginning. Let's not mess around here. Let's just go right back to the beginning. That's me kind of messing around with the tape there, seeing what was there. There's like an arrow pointing down on the tape as well. It says near end. Near end. Okay. Well, let's find out what this is. It's not a game I recognise the title of. Definitely not. Not a title at all I recognise. Character array pass. What the heck? Character array file. Okay. Come on then. Some of my more techie people. What, have you ever seen something like that before? I've seen it where the name's gone. Character array pass. Character array. Okay. What's... Now, I'm going to assume that the line here on the tape is the representation of where the tape needs to be fast-forwarded to run this thing called Whizzle, whatever it is. Character array pass, character array file. I wonder if they're what to do with Batman, though. I mean, no, but Batman did those sort of long load things, didn't it? It's so weird. I love it when we got weird ones, because you go, what's this? What is this? And I don't think I'm helping here, because I say, it's Whizzle, it's spelled W-I-Z-Z-L-E. Alright? Just in case you're going, I know what that is. No, this is what it's written on here. You've no idea. There's nothing in the case either. That's even worse. It just says it's in stereo. I don't think so. That's more likely to be mono than anything else. Right, I am fast forwarding it to where the line is on the tape. There's still data there. There's so much data on here. It's just unbelievable. But none of it is good so far. So much data. Right. I'm being a good boy here. I'm really giving it a good go. We'll see whether or not we can get there. I'm just concentrating too much on the tape here. Sorry for the silence, chaps. That sounded like screen loading. Okay, we're up to space. Music there. Hang on. Let us get the music on. We like these bits. We like musical interludes. We don't like loud musical interludes like that, though. Right. That's a screen loading. Sorry about that. Hang on. We got a good load there. We got a good load there. Hang on, let's go back a bit. Just rewind a little bit here and see if we can find that. Where'd that music go? We had music a second ago. I just had music. I promise you, I just had music. Right, okay, come on then. I've just lost that music. Whatever that music was, I've just lost it. We're stuck in the mid. We're in limbo. There. It's right there. Hang on. Ghost from the past time. Genesis, I think. Phil Collins? Even I think can recognise that voice. I don't know if it's... Well, it's Phil Collins or Genesis on there. So we've got Phil Collins and Genesis, right? Now, come on. So now we've got a load bit here. This is such a weird tape, this one. It's such a mix-up. It's such a random bunch of naffness. No, that's rubbish. So Okay, so we're going to load again here from here. And that's random rubbish as well. That's all. I'll never know what Whizzle is. We'll never know what a Whizzle is. Do you know what? Where's my phone? I'm going to look it up on PlayZX, because they usually have these kind of things. Let's have a little look and see if we can find it. Because we need to know what a Whizzle is. No, not one of those. Right, okay, let's have a little look. I'm going to just see if it's in here. Under Whizzle, I think it's called, wasn't it? So let's have a little look. Searching. We're going to search for WIZZLE. Not on there. Never heard of it. Right, okay, no idea. Right, that's absolutely useless. So, yeah, okay. Thanks for watching thus far. Taking this tape out, we're swapping it for something else. Let's go for another one of these tapes. What's on the tape? What's on the tape there was absolutely nothing that actually functioned. That was what we had there. Let's go for the Curry's one. This is the one we don't no idea. It's just 43 on it. That's it. Right, I'm going to reset the specky again. We're going to go for the loading on here. Wow, what a terrible start. Sorry about this. No, I hate it when it does that, but at the same time, it's part and parcel of the whole experience. You get to see it. You get to feel it just like I did. The only difference is you get to fast forward on YouTube. So if you fast forwarded, good on you. Because that was hard work on all of us. So. Right, okay, so this is tape, it says tape 43. Wasn't there a movie 43, which is absolutely atrocious? Bomb 2. Oh, it could actually be Bomb Jack 2. Bomb 2 hack. Oh, right, is it just the... Okay, it's just the poke. Well, looks of things. I wonder what else, is anything else after it. Should we run it and see if it's after it? Horrible noise. Why would you save the hack? I mean, it wasn't exactly. Mind you, I suppose it's time consuming to type them in, isn't it? Right, okay, so we're empty space now. Lots of empty space. And lots more empty space. Oh, this is going so well. I'm so pleased you joined me for this one. Oh, it's bad. Oh dear. Yep, we're fast forwarding through nothing at the moment. This is going well. Oh dear. Did I tell you to get a good cup of coffee or a cup of tea or something at the beginning, or at least a drink of some sort? I should have brought a whiskey. Oh dear. I'm flipping it over because there's nothing there. It does actually say that technically, if this is not what it says is correct. It says it's blank. I'm just chucking the tape case on the floor now because I'm getting frustrated with it. Right, I'm rewinding it now. So we have actually still got effectively 2 possible tapes that still don't load. We're looking good here. We've got that one was the Enigma Tape Magazine, issue 7, which I'm not sure whether it was just a copy or whether it was actually the right tape. Could very well be it. It's a very thick tape, to be honest with you. Nothing on the inlay on the inside. Oh, hang on. Brace yourselves. It didn't load. Brilliant start. Absolutely brilliant start. That's great. That's great. Like to see. Defense. Let's try this one again. Give it another try. Something's got to load today, please. Got to be one game. No, it's not having it. It is not having it. Damn you, computer! I have no idea what that'll be either. I can make a rough guess of what it could be. I'm just thinking what. Let's do a ZX play and have a little look and see whether or not it could be what I think it is. I'm just typing in defense. There'll probably be. Oh, there's a couple of them. There's a 19. Oh, right. Well, I mean, assuming it could be this one. Spectrum Computing 1985 there's a game called Defense. Let us try that. I'm going to put that on ZX Play because at least that we know we've got a better chance of loading it anyway, or at least a fair chance of loading it. Doesn't mean it doesn't crash halfway through, because we have been there before where they've crashed from ZX Play. It's mainly because of, as I say, it's a +2A. We've been here with there. We've done that to death. We know that a +2A has got different configuration and set just to save money. Yeah, let's go with Defense. Let's press the play button on there. Let's press the play button on there. Let's give this a whirl. See whether or not this is what we think it. See if this is a good one. Hopefully so. Nah, it's definitely not the same game though. Oh, why aren't you loading that? That wasn't a good start. Give that a reset. Spectrum's still loading. Still running the tape in the background. Give it a load. Dit. Stop that. Load. Dit. Let's give it a whirl. There we go, that's better. Well done. I was just thinking about it, I think. Spectrum Computing 1985. Not heard of this company before. Isn't that the name of the new website, though? spectrumcomputing.co.uk. I'm sure it is. It's kind of a replacement for the World of Spectrum, or another place instead of the World of Spectrum, so give this one a whirl. I'm going to assume it's Space Invaders. They tend to be Space Invaders. These kind of games tend to be that kind of way. We got a Space Invader. But it's nice to actually load something instead of having to throw it on the floor, like I've just done with the last two tapes in disgust. Stop the tape. Press any key to turn the page. Tape has not stopped, has it? And then turn the page. What the heck? Well, any key hasn't worked because I pressed any key. Oh, I'm having a great time of this. Should we give it another try? Let's see whether we can get that one to work. That sounds like one that we want. That sounds like one we really want to work, but doesn't work so far. So let's just try that again. Let's give this a play. Let's do that. Let's start that again. Get ready to pause this on the system as well. Come on then. Right. Okay. Just ready to stop tape. I'm getting ready to stop the tape. Good job it's quite short tape actually on the scale of things. It's a very short tape actually. It's 1 minute and 2 seconds long, so it's probably only a 16k game. At a rough guess. It may not be. Right. I'm just watching it. I'm watching both things really like a hawk here. I'm watching the loading and I'm watching the screen at the same time. Watching it like a hawk. Watching it. That's it. Press any key to turn the tape. Stop the tape. I have stopped the tape. Stopped it and I pressed the key. Press any key to turn the tape. That's just... I hate that when that happens. Don't you just hate that? So we've got basically... I've stopped the tape, done the whatever else it said, and it's not worked. We're doomed today. It's one of those days. I can't believe we're doomed. Right, okay, well that's the end of that one. No idea. Anybody ever play Defense? It's one of those games that I've never played and I've never heard of until we just tried to do it then. So, well, right, okay. It's not going well. Right, we have, hopefully, a saviour of the universe. Flash. He saved every one of us. No. Probably do need Flash Gordon right now, actually. That would be handy. It's been a bit of a comic book session, this one, to be honest with you. Not quite a comic book and film and TV one, hasn't it? It's not just completely... All my random chatting has all been all of that, and we haven't even played a Spectrum game yet. Ah, the 80s. What a great time they were for things. 80s and 90s when you had to load things and, you know, whether they worked or not was a major factor in it all. Oh, balls. One more try. I've got to tell the tape for this one, so we're not so bad. Oh, it's grinding. I can actually going in the drive. Great. That's a good sign. Do you want to do some more grinding? No? Okay, it's not going to do any more grinding. Just going to load instead, just to surprise everybody, including me. That's better. Yes, it's going to load to surprise everybody but me. Do you know what, though? The thing about it is these tapes might not have been loaded in 30 plus years. I mean, you've got to admit that in some cases they've done quite well to... Oh, it's grinding. Oh, I can hear it grinding. That's not nice. It's making like a noise or like a little mini hippo going... Actually, literally the noise it's making. I can't believe I managed to get this to work, though. It's just making mini hippo noises. I'm assuming a mini hippo makes it nice. It's more like a mini pig, wasn't it? Instead of mini hippo. Now, I remember getting this as a kid, right? And I bought this with my pocket money. And I watching the screen load. Oh, it gives me chills. Just knowing that the cover art was almost identical to the loading art, and I was thrilled. This was like the most amazing game I'd ever seen. And I know there's a new one called is it? I'll get this right. Tick Attack. Yeah, it's like no, it's not. It's Tick Attack. Tick. Something like that. Anyway, so it's like the reverse of the whole thing. It is, by the way, chugging away here. So if this does load, I'll be utterly amazed. But yeah, so it was, you know, there isn't, as I say, a remake which is like 3D and whatever else. But this was, for me, it was a really great game because it was an adventure game where you had to kind of, with a maze element to it, which a lot of games were, beautifully designed little graphics, lovely menu interfaces, a sort of pseudo 3D room thing with a little additional extras like Frankenstein and Dracula in there, and a mummy and a number of other. Was there somebody else as well? Was there a creature from? No, there wasn't a creature quite from Black Lagoon. But I mean, those are all those kind of creatures that you really liked, wasn't it? So you know, as a kid, you grew up with those things, Dracula and things like that. They still do nowadays. Even my children, you know, my daughters, and the vampires. Wow, they're awesome. You know, really. You know, we used to like as kids. They still like them. You know, just one of those things, isn't it? So, but yeah, it's just an amazing game, and it still holds my attention. I used to be able to speedrun it in about 9 minutes. I can't remember how to do it nowadays. And the beauty of speedrunning it on the first attempt is it didn't move the keys. So the first time you loaded it, the parts of the keys allowed to escape the mansion that you'd become trapped in as a knight, a wizard, or a serf. You know, these were the things that and there's advantages as well, being the knight and the wizard and the serf. There was some real advantages to those. You could actually have, you know, as I think the serf could go through barrels, the knight could go through knight's armour, I think it was. Or was it clocks? No, it was grandfather clocks. I lie. Grandfather clocks. Don't know why. Why would it be clocks for a knight? Wizard could go for bookcases. Pretty obvious, really. You know, I'm a wizard. I read books and cast spells and things, so they would go through those. But which allows you to access different parts of the thing faster and quicker. So it's really it's just a good game. The only real issue for me is the keyboard layout. It's horrendous. It's absolutely it's basically Q, W, R, E, R, T, Y, and Z to pick up, and effectively all those keys are a straight line apart from Z. Horrible. How did we think that was acceptable? You know, with cursor keys. I suppose it was a cost-saving exercise, wasn't it? So you didn't actually have to have a set of cursor keys on a keyboard that was quite small. But still, oh, horrible. horrible. I mean, even when you get to these +2s, you know, they're technically, the left and right and up and down for the cursor keys are still, damn it, I knew we weren't going to make it. We were never going to make it, were we? We're never going to make it to the end of that tape. Let me get another copy out of off my shelf, because I know it works. I'm just going to rewind that tape for a second. Hold a second. Grab it off the shelf. Let's see. Attic Attack. There we go. Amazing game. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Even the label on it is absolutely stunning. If I remember, I will put a picture of it on the screen now. And basically, I'll put a picture of the case cover on, and I'll put a picture of the actual tape itself, so you can see that. So hopefully they've whizzed by, and you can have a little look at those while I've done that in sort of the magic of editing afterwards. Right, let's get this loaded, because this is definitely going to load. I know it is, because I'm sure I loaded this before, this tape. So let's get this one on. Oh, God, that was quick. Straight on. Oh, there's this different tape. I've got a couple of copies of it, because I'm a bit obsessed with tapes loading and not loading. I don't think that one was rewound. I think it's just the other tape. Hang on. Yeah, that's the one. Hang on. I'm swapping around, having a little tape swapping session here. Yeah, a little tape swapping session. Let's just chuck that in there, like that, like that. Push the play button. Let's go for it. Oh, wrong side of the tape. Turn it over. Turn it over. There we go. God, I'm in a rush. In a rush. Right, so we've got the other side of this boot C15 to do after we hopefully load finally a tape after 40-ish, 5 minutes-ish. Oh, bless you for watching. Really, honestly. Oh, the bad tapes needs exercise, that's what it is. Today is one of those, you're not going to play a silly... Come on. Come on. What a terrible time I'm having with these. This is just driving me around the twist. Have I got the right one, the wrong one? God knows which tape I pulled out. Is that one rewound? Is that one not rewound? Is that the right one? God. I think the Spectrum needs a rest after all this. I know I do. Right. Let's try it again. Ultimate, though, they became rare in the future, or currently. Bought by Microsoft. Have they split off from them? I have a feeling they have, haven't they, recently? Or maybe I'm wrong. I'm sure that there was a point where they were going to split. I know Bungie split from Activision. They're the people who do the Destiny games, and originally the original Halo games. This is where it's going really badly. That's that one, that's that one, that's that one. Don't know what's going on here today. Ladies and gentlemen, I do not know what's going on. I wouldn't mind so much, but one could actually load, because today is my birthday. And you'd think that one would actually want to load for my birthday, but no, obviously not. It's a terrible time. It's been horrible. All you've looked at is blue and pink and blue and sort of red screen with a square box in the middle of it. I feel terrible. I feel absolutely awful. Can't believe it. I might put the ZX Play on if this isn't going to work. It's almost seriously. It's getting serious. Very serious indeed. Right. You oh, God's sake. Really? 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 You're not going to load? Honestly? 4 attempts, you're not going to load. That'll do it. How annoying. Need to clean my tape drive, I think, as well. I think that's we'll do that. We'll have a good clean of the tape drive after this, I think. Not while you're watching, obviously, but you know, I'll just do that. So we'll give it a damn good try, I think, and give it a good clean. It's being really awkward. That's so annoying. This is back to my whole original thing, though, about, you know, tapes that don't work. You know, do you keep them? Do you not keep them? I mean, definitely know one of these loaded the other day, but it's been a while since I've actually loaded it since. Really annoys me that they don't load. So, this is actually available now on modern systems, I believe. I think, is it? Am I talking rubbish? I'm sure there's a rare replay collection for the Xbox One, possibly for the PC as well. And I'm sure it includes Underworld. I know Underworld's in there, definitely. I don't know whether it does include Attic Attack. I think it includes the remake of Jetpack, which I really don't like. Simply is they lost the. They tried to add charm to something that already had charm. If that's the right way of putting it, you kind of, they lost the whole. Yeah, they lost they made sort of cartoonified graphics and blah blah, cartoonified things flying through the air. And I always thought that Jetpack had plenty of charm anyway, with its spaceships and its things that are flying around. Why did we have to add charm to it when it already was charming? So, in the result was kind of, for me, was mixed. I mean, I think I kind of could have accepted it if they'd gone with the old pixel art with it, gone full on pixel art. Possibly given everything a nice colour and sheen, but not gone too mad. You didn't need to. You really didn't have to go too far with it. If you really wanted to, you could have taken the original graphics and just coloured in the blocks to make it nice. You know, given the suit a couple of colours and some of the aliens a few more, you know, basic pixel animations. But you didn't need to. You didn't need to go the whole cartoonify it. I'm supposedly adding charm when you already had the charm there. So I don't know. Just one of those annoying things that occurred with those things. God, I can't believe we've not loaded a single game yet. I don't think this is the only video I've ever done that's been like this, but this has been certainly one of the most frustrating along the way. Most frustrating indeed. Can't say that I'm too chuffed about how it's actually turned out, but never mind. Rough with the smooth. Rough with the smooth. It happens. I guess. Sometimes. Once in a blue moon. I'm just debating whether or not, while we play this first game here of this, whether or not I run the tape head cleaner through just in case. So that when we try the side B of the boots tape, which has been a complete disaster as well, in the sense that it didn't load. Mind you, it didn't sound very good. It did sound like, as I say, did we decide on hippo or pig? I can't remember whether it was a hippo or a pig. One of the two go. Do hippos? What noise does a hippo? I'm sure hippos make similar noises to pigs. I'm absolutely convinced of it. I'm sure that when I've been, when you go to the old wildlife park and you see them in there, and they're in the water, sort of up to their nostrils, snorting away, I'm sure they make snorty piggy noises. I'm really easily confused, apart from the size. Is that a pig or a hippo in that field? Maybe just me. Possibly. It's a great game, this. Love it. Just looks beautiful as well. As I say, I'm going to put the picture on the screen so we can see that. So you can see the case and the cassette itself, because they're wonderful. So you could definitely see those. Yes, here we go. Right, brilliant, excellent. Finally, bloody hell. Oh, you see how frustrated I am. I'm actually getting upset with it. Brilliant. Right, we're there. Keys. Yes, I know the keys. Those horrible keys across there. Yeah. Oh dear. Night and surf. Right, 0 to start the game. Finally. So we've got to find the AGC, XP Computer Graphics, is it? If I remember rightly. Right, and you've got health. Left, right, up and down. And there's fire racks. And there's keys to be picked up. That was Dracula, by the way. I didn't realise. And that gives you more health, which your chicken is your health. Which is brilliant. Ah! Let out, get off! Right, then we can go through the clock, because we're at one of these guys. I like the way it slams the doors to give that added difficulty, so you basically can get attacked when the doors are open. Are open. When they're shut, you can obviously you're stuck until the doors open, so they're just randomly open and shut. Because it's like a scary ghost house, really, isn't it? That's what it is. It's a scary ghost house. But I mean, graphically, it's absolutely sound. I still would recommend this. I've got my head stuck in the door. Most impressive. Actually got my head stuck in the door. In all the years I've played Attic Attack, I have never ever, that's the first time ever, I've actually got my head stuck in a door. Right. I'm looking for keys to try and get me through this thing. As I say, we've got the night of the surf would have been able to go through that. Right. Okay. Don't want to pick that one up, that's poison. That would have been a... Right, we're not doing very well here, because we're not finding any keys. Because we need to find the bits of the main key. There's like three parts to it, I think. Three or four parts. And there's one fake part, which is kind of annoying, actually, to be honest, that there's one fake part. Because you sometimes find that quite early on, and you go, oh, great, I've got a part. Oh, no, it's not. Look at the time, 1 minute, 2 minutes down. Hey, 2 minutes of a game! Hurrah! This video's not been a complete waste of your time. Here we go. Running through here. Ah! Now, if I press the Z key. That keeps away Frankenstein. Frankenstein, if it comes near me... Oh, no, it can kill him. Sorry. I totally lie about what it does. It kills him. I think he respawns somewhere else. I'm damn dead. I love the gravestone stuff because they stay even after you've gone. Oh, so I'll come back in this room and there'll be a gravestone there, and of course the bit that I left there to kill Frankenstein with. The mushrooms obviously hurt you because they're flashing. Anything flashing usually is a bad thing in Spectrum games. Right, I am struggling here. I am really struggling to find any way up or back. I can't remember where it is. It's not even that big a place. There's only so many rooms, which were all... There we go. Go back this way, the way I came. Let's try going one of these ones because I went that one before. Let's go that way because it's open. Ah, devil, 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 devil. Devil, 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 devil. I'll have some candy. Oh, it was worth the wait. Ah! I can't believe that I'm having so much trouble with loads of... Oh, ah. I want to find at least one part of the key for you to see what it looks, show you what it looks like. I've not found anything that's useful thus far. Devil, 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 devil. Dracula. Oh, I want to go that way though, Dracula. So you can leave me alone. Because I haven't been that way yet. There we go. Absolutely useless. Dracula's gone, thankfully. Useless. Oh, I'm not having a good time. I'm going to have to go all the way back the way I came. So basically all the way around I went there was pointless exercise. So let's try going this way. Gotta be careful though, they sometimes put things that allow you to drop through the floor like that. Oh, I need some keys. I need some coloured keys. The doors colours are all locked because I haven't got coloured keys. There's a 3D version or an isometric version of this being created as well. Not just that, not the Tic Tac version or whatever it was called that I was saying before. There's another version. There's actually one that's going to come out on the ZX Spectrum next as well. So that's there. I'll take that to keep away Dracula for fun. Let's go this way. See if I can find a key. That's the front door. Oh, that's brilliant. Should have known that from the direction I was going. There are only a few rooms that are a funny, odd angle, if that makes sense, with a jaunty angle with the whole thing. So there's only a few of those that are around there that are like that. Old leopard skin rug. Let's try that way. I haven't found a key yet. Oh right, we're going right upstairs now. Alright, okay, we're right the way up here. Okay. No. We're not doing well at all. Aha! Key, finally! Can finally open a green door. Brilliant. There's another green door. Let's open that one. I'm glad I didn't go through that clock before, because that clock just popped out above one of these sort of points that you drop. Here we go. The thing about this is there's twofold here. There's two great things about this. There's obviously there's the timer, which is a really great, I think, a great factor. I don't know why I dropped that. Sorry. Timer, which is a great factor. It's great skill if you can actually complete the game. Then there's of course a score as well. So there's kind of two elements to this. It's kind of cool. I keep touching the wrong button. I keep pressing the bottom button or something at the row at the bottom and opening doors, and when I shouldn't do. Oh, I'm gonna go down it actually. Way. Ah, right. Down here now. Huh. This takes us to the front door. Yes. I don't know why I did that, because I knew which way it was going. We're going to go this way now. Ah! Green door. Health's running low. Ooh. Now that'll take us somewhere different. There's the key bit! No, don't! And there's a certain place you take him to. Let's go take to the key bit, to the right place. Oh, I know where that is. I know where I am, I think. No, I don't. I don't know at all. I'm rubbish. I got myself trapped in that door again. I'm doing so well here about doing things that I've never done before in the game. Right, go that way. Go this way. That was the green door. Here's the key for... I think you put it... Yeah, you think you just put it like that. Just leave it in there so you know where it is. Doesn't disappear. I'm running out of health though. Look at that though. 7-8 minutes on the timer. And as I said to you before, I've used to be able to finish this in like no time at all. And I've got no health. I'm going to die. There we go. Oh, look at that though. 49%. Didn't do too badly. Found most of the building. Excellent. No, that's a good game. Well worth playing. Definitely worth your time. You know, if you can be bothered to get to load. Right. Brace yourselves. I've still got 2 tapes to go. Let's do it. Let's go for it. Let's pop this one out. This is side B. I'm not holding my hopes up for anything on here. We never know, but we're not holding my hopes up. I have not had a good time with getting these to load today. We really haven't, have we? We've had Bomb Jack that wasn't a Bomb Jack, it was just a hack, well, at least it loaded. Then we've had a load of bits on another tape that wasn't very good at all. With a non-loading, can't even remember what it was now. What was it? Batman. And then I had non-loading Batman from my Hit Squad one, which wasn't very good either. Avalon. Ooh. What's Avalon? Feel like I should know this one. Avalon. You know, here you go. Shows your age again. Another one of those things. Avalon. The name Avalon, isn't it? What was the name of? There was a program on telly called Bread years ago, set in Liverpool. Main character was Joey and his mum, and I'm sure his sister was called Avalon. I'm sure she was. No, my sister's now helping out in the background. She's shouting Avaline. So it wasn't Avalon, it was Avaline. Excuse me. Been corrected from the other room. Alright! Avaline, apparently. Well, I can't remember what the rest of them were called. It was a weird program. It was that by Carla Lane, wasn't it? That was the writer, Carla Lane. She used to write bits and pieces like that. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, she's giving me more hints through the door. Joey and Adrian as well, apparently. There we go. So, yeah, interesting. Got dogs barking in the background. Do apologise. The next door neighbours are having scaffolding done, getting the roof done, and the scaffold's out there, and it's partially in our garden, so the dogs believe that it's their right to go out the back door and shout at them all the time, which of course it is their right to go outside and shout at them all the time. But shaking the scaffolding and attempting to knock them off is probably not a good thing. Mind you, our Chihuahua's not going to be able to do much with that. So, Avalon. I don't even know what it is. Is it an adventure game? Is it a... I don't know. 80s TV shows. Gosh. So non-politically correct nowadays, I suspect. Not the same... Not politically correct at all, I'm sure. It was... I think we got Open All Hours, which was David Jason and Ronnie Barker or Corbett. No, it was Barker, Ronnie Barker in it. That's a very old TV show about the corner shop, quintessential corner shop. Anyway. Avalon, no idea. Is this another one of these? It's not going to be another Grisor, is it? We're not going to go for 8.5 minutes and then tape's going to end. I hope not. We'll see. We haven't even got a loading screen. This is really disappointing. No loading screen at all. Sorry, I'm just taking a sup of coffee there. It's been sitting here for the last hour, so it's a bit cool at this point. It's perfect. It's got a lovely skin on the top. Working with computers all my life, most of my coffees have always got skin on the top. That's just that. You never get to them in time. You're always working. Yeah, I'm always doing something, typing away. You never pick up your hand to drink a coffee. Well, not very often, anyway. Always got a coffee, but not enough time to do anything with it. Avalon. Is Avalon? No. I was thinking it was something to do with King Arthur. Maybe. I don't know, I just feel like it's... Was it Castle? Don't know. No. Oh. Enter in a number a J37. Oh God. So hang on. I think we've got the code now to get into it. So let's see whether or not I can find this online quickly. I have no idea what this is. So we got Avalon J37 ZX. Because I'm assuming we get the code wrong too many times. Avalon. Alright, okay. It says it's a Houston game. Looks like some kind of adventure game. Does not have a loading screen. That is correct. Game map, inlay. Code sheet. I've got the code sheet. And what would it say? J37. God, that's horrible, that code sheet. J37. And it's 7506. And I've tried... Yeah, you see, I've done these before. I've been here before. I've absolutely been these before. They're quite often wrong. I don't know whether they updated or changed them or whatever else is, but they're quite often wrong. I'm looking at the right place in this grid, and I've got 6109. This is not going well. Unless that was correct. G1. Right. I can't get this wrong, honestly. 9, 2, 3, 8. Yeah! We're in! Wow, okay, brilliant. Oh, wow, okay. I'm so excited, I can't believe it. AZ, NM, fire is JKL, or is there any other buttons for it? B, no, NM. NM is probably the best thing to go with. And I'll go with L to fire. Right, okay, 4 for keyboard. Enter for a new game. Oh, here we go! Avalon! Lords of Chaos, defeat. Okay. I'm ready to defeat any Lords of Chaos that come in my way. Seek the high magic move. I'm moving, but he's not doing anything. I'm trying to move. Nothing's happening. I'm moving on the spot, pushing up. Fire, 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 fire. I don't. I can't see it move. Project thy soul. Don't seem to be able to move. I do seem to be sitting down though. Very relaxed. Can I stand up? Oh look, there's a ghosty thing. Hello? No. No, we don't want the paving done. No, we don't. I don't know what he's doing. What? Hang on. I don't know what's going on, chaps. Don't know how to move him. He just seems to be sitting there having a very nice rest and spinning on his bum. The dog does this. It's called scooting. Usually got something it needs to get off its behind. I got my backpack on as well. I'm like Harry Potter. Oh, I can sort of rotate positions as well. Ah! I don't know how I managed to move, but I managed to get him away. Ah! That's it, I'm moving my soul. So you do move, and then you can... No. There! You press fire, and then you get like a little joystick, and you can move around. Woo! That's really weird. Oh, I've gone through the door. I've gone outside. Oh, we're getting some speed on now. Some skulls. Let's see if we can find that ghosty thing. That's outside. Finally got it working. A lot of effort gone into this one. I will admit that. Seems to be a lot of... Whoa! What a slalom. The gatehouse. Yeah, there's a lot of effort gone into this one. Yes. I found some magic. Uh-oh. They're attacking me. Oh, look at that, cool. They followed me through. That's actually awesome. That's mightily that's mightily impressive. Movement's wild. Do you know why, though? I've just realised, because it's locked onto the main character. The room moves, not the character. I don't think he moves. I think he stays put in the central... Oh, damn, I've died. Your rank is Minor Law Seeker. Oh, that's different. I've not played that big game before. That's a new one. And it loaded, so that... Hey, but bonus. 2 games were loaded this week, this episode. Well, one was a little cheat because we had to do it off another tape. But two have actually moved. That's really cool. I quite like that. That's interesting, that one. Yeah, so you kind of, to move, you press the fire button, energize, and then you press and then you press the fire button to energize and fire. So I move, fire, and then I can float. See? It's a bit of a weird combination of control sets, but it works in the end. And then, as I say, you've got energize there to wield power. I don't think I fired it, whatever it was. I was trying to get out that window there where that creature was earlier. Yeah. I've seen this before years ago. This is, as I say, it's a Houston game. I think it. I don't know why. I didn't get it. Probably a bit costly for me or something similar, because they were the more expensive for games, and I wasn't that flush with cash as such. Making the door swing open and back. Should we shoot one? No, got nothing to shoot. Ah! Project thy soul. It's funny how the soul projection thing, it reminds me of a little gear stick with a face. I think, you know, skull gear sticks that sometimes people used to get years ago. Minor Law Seeker. I think it just starts me again back at the beginning. I don't think I've got a number of lives or anything like that. I don't think. I don't think so. I'm looking at the screen, saying if there's anywhere else. Nah, it just repeats. It goes round again on me. Right. Okay. Fair enough. Well, hey, that one loaded. Wow, unbelievable. Nothing else on that tape for sure, though. There's only a little tiny bit. So we've got Enigma tape magazine now. This is going to be interesting. I don't think I've heard of the game, the Hide and Shriek, isn't it? I don't know what I was saying before. We got Hide and Seek. Let's give it a whirl. Let's give this a load and see what's on here. So this is the tape magazine, issue 7. Did anybody else have an Enigma tape magazine? As I say, it never really came up this far north. Just seemed to be every time I've collected them, they've become, because there's one called 1648, which is obviously 1648, K. The two different models at the time when that originally was created, and they were kind of those ones never came very far north either. They were just a very they were not one of those games that I don't know, not one of those games or magazines that made it. Bit of a shame, really. Ooh. Oh. I'm going oh, and then it's oh. Ooh, oh. Try it again. Give it another whirl. Hide and Shriek. I'm gonna have a little look this up. I'm gonna look at it on ZX Player while this is attempting to load, because I don't think it's going to. I think another one of these tapes that looks a little bit worse to wear. Oh, no, there's nothing here on there for it. Oh, there we go, 48K. J and H. Don't know what J and H is. These tapes, though, as I said before, some of these tapes probably haven't been loaded in absolutely forever. They've just been sitting sort of, in somebody's garage or somebody's loft for like ever. And then, you know, obviously I've bought quite a lot of these things. I don't even know where I got this one from, actually, to be fair. It'll have been something I bought and I got sent this as part of the bundle. So it's quite, you know, touch wood, it's quite good that quite a lot of these decide that they're going to load. Finally. I'm excited about this. Don't even know what this is. J&H 48K. This looks like it's a new, a later date tape from what I can see here. Especially it says 48K. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Oh, right. Gothic Nightmares. I'm sure that'll be Shane McClude. Claude. Sorry, mispronouncing your name. I've seen him on a number of groups actually. So that's probably his screenshot. He's been known for doing the graphics of many Spectrum games back in the day. Oh, a Gothic Nightmare. I wonder if it's an adventure game or what. So, Hide and Shriek. Maybe that was just the name of the magazine this month. Hide and Shriek. Possibly. Don't know. I don't know a lot, you know. That's if you've not realised, I don't actually know a lot. I don't know a lot about them until I actually load them. This is always a surprise for me. These are always whether it's going to load, what it's going to load. Damn you. That's crashed. Give it another try. Gotta give it another try. It's a very long tape. It's a very old tape. I'm gonna give it the benefit of the fact that it hasn't loaded, because the first time round it didn't sort of load. Second time round it did. Third time, I mean, it probably kind of needs a fast forward rewound. Somebody suggested a hairdryer to me in one of the comments to warm it up. Well, it kind of makes sense, really, doesn't it? It's kind of maybe peel it apart, the stickiness of the tape against itself, you know, just to sort of give it that kind of. It doesn't sound unnecessary. I'm sure I saw somebody put them on radiators before, but I can't imagine sitting them on the radiator for too long is actually a very good idea. It can't be particularly good for the tape. It's a long, lovely, solid. Yeah, see, there we go. Not again with the non not seeing it. Right, I'm gonna wait for this one again. Yeah, it's got it this time round. Fingers crossed it'll load it a bit further. So this was Jekyll and Hyde, wasn't it? By something software. I can't remember what it is. Let's have a little look, see if I can find. I'm looking for Jekyll and Hyde. We'll just go to ZX Play it and see if we can find it. I don't know if it will be there. I don't know how well the Enigma tapes were. I'm going to actually search for Enigma out of interest. No, it's just Enigma something or other force, so I'm not going to worry about that one. Right. I don't think I'm getting. I'm not. Don't seem to be getting. No, I haven't got Mr. I haven't got any Jekyll and Hyde, Gothic Nightmare, The Essential Myth. Right, I'll just have a quick search for this one, see if I can find it. So, ZX Spectrum, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Oh, it's here. It's here. Oh, it's a Zenobi game. It's an adventure. This is the adventure. I don't know why they put on here Hide and Shriek. Maybe it was kind of a play on words of some sort. So that's the free full-priced game that came with this just magazine. I don't know what else is on here, to be honest with you. It's a very big tape from just one single game. Or it seems a very big one. Did it review well? Of interest. Don't know if it reviewed particularly well. Don't think it reviewed badly. Don't think it would. Let's have a little look. Let's have a look at. There's a Crash Magazine review here. I'll have a look and see what it says on this one. Of interest. Page 52. What did they give it? They gave it 79. Oh, so it did okay actually. The Essential Myth. That was the original. Did it? And was that a Zenobi game? No, don't think it was. Did Zenobi re-release it? It probably did actually. Publisher The Essential, re-released by Zenobi. So it was re-released by them. The original company was The Essential Myth. The Book of the Dead and Gaxpax is the games. Gakpak were the three games that they released. The Book of the Dead was the other one. Re-released by CRL. Interesting. So they didn't do too badly, this Essential Myth people. They did okay with releasing some games. It's interesting that there are multiple different writers at the end of the day, though. What is this? Game. There's a game freeware. Alright. It's basically there's a graphic adventure creator, or they actually created a product for creating. What does it do? It doesn't actually say. Game editor. It's a game editor. I'm not sure what the game editor did. It's a tool that they wrote. Essential Myth. Yeah, interesting. I always like it when we see some interesting things. I do like that loading screen though. I was just going to say, you see Mr. Hyde in the background in the shadow there, sort of his long nose and his sharp teeth, sort of, and his claws. I mean, that's really quite cool. I quite like that. I wonder if you have to deal in this adventure between being Dr. Jekyll and then being Mr. Hyde. I don't know. Be interesting to know. Just waiting for it to load now. We're waiting for it to load. As I say, that the problem with tapes of these ages, they're just the tapes of these age. And it's always, as I say, with these things, are always the same. We have to work out whether or not it's actually going to load or not. There's actually a 128K version of this. Interesting. Did not know that. It's in 3 parts, so I'm guessing you basically have you load the first part, which I think it is there. It does actually say, it looks like part 1. That's fine. Yeah, part 1. So I'm guessing after this is part 2, and then part 3. One everlastingly and single. One everlastingly and single Plato. Press a key. Oh, lovely. Nice bit of drawing. That's actually on the front of the thing. Somebody's actually hand-drawn this image on the front of the thing. I'm in the drawing room, a peaceful place furnished with simple, but, if I may say so, elegant, with soft leather armchairs and sofa, carpets of many piles, and agreeable in colour. A glowing hearth keeps the night at bay, and lights also the lights also the countenance. Hearth keeps of the night. I can't pronounce it. I'm going reading back again. The countenance of my father, whose portrait hangs above the mantel. The air in the room is, however, tangibly close and almost muggy. I fear it threatens thunder. Right, okay. Let's see what we've got in inventory first. My thoughts are confused. If I do I for inventory, I have nothing about my person. Look. Right, okay. Sit. Thoughts are confused. North. The only door is west. Right, okay, I'll go west. The long corridor of the house runs from north-south. I have adorned it with walls with fine oils, many of which depict scenes of religious significance. Doors open to the south on either hand. I don't understand that. South. The hall is brightly lit, and the curtains drawn, and the door firmly bolted against the night. Firelight flickers on the polished cabinets, and the shadows dart uneasily on the ceiling, almost as if the room, despite its outwards cheer, has a life of its own. The recent nights I have worked without sleep, beginning to weigh heavily upon my eyelids. As soon as I must seek sleep soon. Right, okay. South. An ominous rumble convinces me that the best not to venture outside. East. Ah, north. So go north. North. North? There we go. Got to go upstairs, haven't we? Up. I'm not even going to read it, am I? Passes the kitchen here on the way to the back door. A wide staircase boasting a beautiful mahogany banister also ascends to this point. Pool stands attentively nearby. Who's Pool? Let's talk to Pool. Declines to comment. Touch Pool. I don't know what Pool is. No, not Pole. That's a bit worrying. My thoughts are confused. Let's just go up then. Let's go upstairs. Study door is unlocked. Pool enters. Why is Pool following me around now? South. One of the servants has lit the fire in my bedroom. It gleams reddish off both the crosses over the dresser and I'm going to read. Please turn over. Yes. Slumber at last. So he fell asleep. And a field in the summertime. Oh my God! I've woken up in a field. In a field. Let's go north then. What is going on? Am I dreaming? South. Wake. Weird. What the heck? It was some kind of dream sequence, that. I've given up reading it, by the way, if you haven't noticed. Yeah. Anyway, so that was an adventure game by Shinobi. I quite like the I did like the loading there. I did like the look at it. I think the rest of it's on there. I'm not sure whether there's anything else on this tape. We will have a quick nosy. If it doesn't load for another Jekyll and Hyde here, we know that this is probably all Jekyll and Hyde on this side of the tape. It's a very large tape. I'm tempted to see what's on the other side as well, because there's something about music on the other side. On the back of it, it says 128k and coupe music from Ocean. I wonder where that is. And maybe on the other side. I'm dying to get a bit of music on here. We might as well have a musical interlude to finish the whole thing. So it's a very long wait so far. Just wait, see whether or not there's anything else. Doesn't seem to be anything else recorded on this. Huh. I'm going to fast forward. Ah, there was data. Let's go back. There we go. We'll see what this is.
I think it's the end of the last tape again.
I didn't fast forward that far. Now, there we go. X1 Jekyll. No, it's Jekyll and Hyde again, I think that is. Jekyll Hyde.
I didn't think I fast forwarded that far. I hate it when I do this. You know, you fast forward it so far on tape, and we'll just see whether or not we can actually find. I seem to be rewinding.
Let's see whether I bet I've got to the same point again. Ah,
Part 1.
we're going for it.
I think this has just been going back to part 1 again here.
Oh, it's a 128k version. So basically, you've got the. That's me just stopping it there. So you've got that version and the 128k version, which I don't. I guess that's probably the whole thing loaded in a wanna. Really, that's interesting. Right. Okay.
Just tempted to. Press play here.
I'm going to fast forward through
A little bit further.
So we've got the 128k version
On here. That's interesting.
Not going to load it
Because I can't imagine there'll be a big difference in the two.
Maybe more of the level or more story, possibly some music.
Maybe.
If there was a big difference, you let me know in those comments below, because
I
need to know
whether there was a big difference or not.
Okay.
Right, still data.
Right, we've got the space here. I think it sounds like space.
That's more of the same thing, I think.
Okay, we've got space again. Let's hear whether we've got anything good. Almost. Steady. Ah, program D-Hacker. What's D-Hacker? Let's do D-Hacker and see what D-Hacker is. No idea. I've never had one of these before. It's interesting. Mr. S.J. Nutting. What's a D-Hacker? Did anybody else have any of these? Because I really want to know. I don't know what I say. I think this is the only one I've got. Let's say issue 7 of it. Plus D Hacker. No idea.
I'll be interested to see if this is something good for a change, something interesting,
Something that nobody else has done.
I mean,
Let me just have a little look. I wonder. I'm going to search for it now. I'm going to search for Plus D Hacker and see if I can find out what it is. Plus D Hacker. No, it's not. It's going up. Not going up with that. So let's go with the actual thing that's called Enigma then. Tape magazine. Right, okay, they've got a few issues here. Let's see if I can find issue 7, because that's the one I've got. It's there. It's a very large tape, it seems. Enigma magazine tape. Right, okay. What's this? Ooh. What does it do? What's that do? Okay, what's that do? Does that enter it into machine code? I have no idea. There are loads of things on this thing. It's awesome. Enigma Software Developments in the UK. They did a lot of tapes. This is tape 7 was available in 1990 is apparently when tape 7 was born. There are literally no references to what actually is on here. Right, I'm going to reset that because I don't know what that is. And let's see if we can load something else. See if there's anything else afterwards. Just for the heck of it. See what else there is. Because we're going well. We're going great guns now. We're actually starting to load some things. So after a bad start, we've really we've brought it round. We've really brought it back. It's such a tape though. It's massive, this tape. I mean, you really got... I mean, I don't know how much it cost, but you certainly got your money's worth. Well, that wasn't good though. Okay, come on then. Probably 1990, so it probably hasn't been in a tape drive for 29 years. 29 years? 39. 10. Yes, 29 years. Not bad for 29 years that we've actually got a couple of them to load. Give it another try, this one. I'm going to give it a fast forward if that doesn't work. I'm actually very tempted to flip it over to see what actually happens, because it said something about music. Now that could be kind of cool. A musical finish. Always leave them wanting more. No, there's nothing there. Whatever that is something to do with that sub D thing, I think. Let's give it a... You wouldn't believe how much tape's left on here. It's just unbelievable. There's so much tape, so much data. You really got your money's worth. You really did. I mean, how much did this tape cost? If this was a fiver, you were absolutely in for a treat, weren't you, really? If you wanted this kind of stuff. Because there's just so many things on here. So it's an eclectic mix of, you know, things like adventure games and other weird and wonderfulness. Probably why it was called the Enigma tape, to be fair. If we go back to Batman, the very beginning of the thing, Edward Nigma, Riddler, huh? Oh, maybe just me. Edward Nigma. I think we've actually found the back at the end of the tape here. I think this is... Oh, no, I completely lie. Just as I thought there was nothing left on it. I thought there was nothing left. And you go and do that. Go and do that. Just as I think there's nothing left. Oh, yeah. I went and fast forwarded it thinking there was nothing left and there's something there. You naughty, naughty tape. Or is this just the thing that I couldn't get to load earlier? Possibly is. Here we go. We'll see how this is load this time round. Come on then. Could have just been the back end of the tape that I couldn't get load earlier. What the heck? I don't remember it fast forwarding that far. Don't think we're getting anywhere with this though.
No, I think we are actually. I think we're dead in the water in this. Right, I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna flip it and I'm gonna rewind it because I'm quite interested to see.
Might be a duplication, I guess, of the first
Side, but I'm hoping not.
Whether or not this music that we're talking about here, this ZX, this 128K and coupe music from Ocean Software.
We'll see whether it's there, whether it's actually to be playable and musical. That's amazing. That was me rewinding there.
I was just checking whether there was anything there.
On the other side, there is. There's just data. That's like
Halfway through the tape still.
amazingly big.
Big tape. Gosh!
You could be loading this forever.
Wow. I could do an entire set. I could do an entire what's on the tape
Just on this tape alone.
I'm just hoping we can finish on a high.
We'll do one more and we'll see what else is on it. And I might come back to this tape as something separate because this has just got so much stuff actually on it.
And by stuff, I mean stuff.
There's absolutely tons of it.
Could just be the same stuff, though.
We'll find out.
Well, this is huge. This is massive. It turns out to be Jekyll and Hyde,
Though we're calling it a day. Right, we're just rewinding now.
all the way. Take some time. It's just the most enormous tape. Probably not done it any harm, though, having a good rewind after all this time. There we go. Right, we're playing. Let's go for it. We'll see whether or not we've got... This could be Jekyll and Hyde again, though. This is what I suspect it's a duplication of the other side on this tight side of the tape. However, I wonder how they duplicated these things. They look very much like somebody's actually done them at home in their house. I mean, the case is photocopied the whole lot. It's pure history, this one. Absolute history. I'm just looking at the wrapping and I can't see anything in there. I mean, but the thing is that they managed to get a tie-up with Ocean as well. That's quite impressive, really. Very impressive indeed. Oh, Enigma 7. Oh, wow. Maybe this will give a list of what's actually on it. We'll finish on this, though. Hopefully this will work. And we'll finish nicely on this. Because this will be as good a place as any at the beginning of something new. Wow. That's kind of existential, isn't it, really? And there's also a very big word for this time of the day.
Oh no, it's not working though.
Right, here we go. Let's hope it loads.
Oh, you're just gonna be
The final one, the nail in the coffin kind of thing. We're not going to do it, are we? We're going to give the Spectrum a whole reset. We're going to put the loader on. We're going to push the button and we're going to go for one last ditch attempt to see whether or not we can get this to work.
Okay.
We're bracing ourselves. The final part is here. One more push.
When it loads.
When it gets there.
When it starts loading. Thinking about it. Here we go.
One more push. Load. You willing it? I am as well. I'm willing it. No! It's not going to do it. No. Look at that. I'm willing it and it's just not having it.
Oh. Well, I think that's almost as good a place as any to finish because, to be honest with you,
That has been traumatic. If I don't mind saying so myself. I'm sorry that it's taken so long, and I'm sorry that was a bit of a disappointment to finish with. I will try that tape again at a later date, and we'll give that a try and see whether we can get any more out of it, because that's quite interesting.
But anyway, for now,
I'll leave you with a nice red and black screen
this time round,
instead of the white and red screen and the blue and white screen if we had all the way through. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and catch me in the next video. Promise we'll try and get a better set of tapes next time round. That was a bit of a disaster, but it's rough with the smooth, and I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you soon.
Bye bye.